All right, switching gears here, talking about the housing market, and a positive sign here for the industry. Mortgage rates declining for the first time in over a month. New data out from Freddie Mac showing that the rate on a 30-year fixed mortgage ticking down to 6.6%. Joining us now for more on that, we want to bring in Jerry Howard, National Association of Home Builders CEO. And Jerry, let's start with the news of the week, and that, of course, is the drama that we have certainly seen play out within the banking sector, certainly spilling over to various industries throughout the market. How do you see this potentially affecting, or really is already affecting, the housing market?
Well, obviously, in the short term, interest rates are going to go down, and they have, and that's a good thing for housing. But what I'm concerned about, and what I think home builders around the country are concerned about, is what does it mean longer term? Most of the lending that home builders rely upon to acquire, develop, and construct comes from small regional banks. And if the regional banks are unstable, or even if they're just being more cautious in their lending, or if they're charging more for their lending, it's going to have an impact on housing starts at the worst possible time as we enter the spring building season. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm saying that's a possible outcome. And that's why the home building industry is really right now sitting with bated breath, watching as this unfolds.
And Jerry, have you spoken to any industry players? Have you spoken to any regional banks? Because I get what you're saying. You're basically saying that these builders depend on these regional banks to build. I know that when you go to construct a home, to get a construction loan, often you are going to the regional banks. What's the chatter that you're hearing?
Well, just like I said, they're going to make hay while the sun shines. In the short term, interest rates are going to go down. We expect that to translate hopefully into sales. But in the mid and long term, we're holding our breath. We don't know how it's going to play out, just like you guys don't. And we've got to wait and see. So everyone is cautious. And I got to tell you, that's a change in attitude. At our annual trade show and convention back in January, everyone was upbeat for this year. So upbeat that we were actually thinking of changing our forecast and being more aggressive. Now I think we're going to sit tight for a while.
Jerry, are there questions now that maybe the worst of the housing pullback, maybe that isn't behind us?
If the banking sector is in trouble, it's going to impact housing a lot.
And what do you make of the mortgage rates that have been really volatile over the last several days? I mean, do you think that we are going into sort of a new norm when it comes to mortgage rates and what buyers are willing to buy at?
Oh, no, I don't think that's a new norm at all. I think that's just been part of the standard operating procedure in the housing industry. When rates fluctuate up, sales go down. When they come down, sales go up. Obviously, for each increase of 1 point in the mortgage rate, 100,000 people are priced out of the market for any particular house. So you've got to watch it very, very carefully. And buyers do as well as builders. I don't think there's anything new in that.
But what areas of the country are you seeing the most concerns? Because when it comes to mortgage rates, what I've noticed is that it really is regional. It really is sort of local as far as the impact. I mean, some areas are getting hit, and other areas you're still seeing prices sort of elevated.
I think the areas where you're seeing a sound economy that is based on more than one primary industry, a diverse economy, if you will, an area that is areas that are pro-growth are going to see stability in the housing markets. They're going to see normalcy in the housing markets. Those that are highly regulated, those that are anti-growth, those that are reliant upon one primary industry for their economy are going to see some problems. But everything right now holds on the overarching specter of trouble in the financial markets.
Certainly does. And Jerry, when it comes to some of the home builders, when it comes to construction, you and I have talked numerous times just about the labor shortage and that impact that is having on the housing sector. Are you seeing any improvement there?
We're starting to see some improvement as more and more Americans start to realize that, hey, I don't want to go to college. I can't go to college. Geez, I can have a whole lot more freedom and work outside if I get into the construction trades. We're starting to see that change a little bit, but it's got to change a whole lot more, or more to the point, we need to reform our immigration laws if we're really going to see a strong improvement in the labor markets for us.
Jerry Howard, thank you so much for joining us.